Hi everyone, it's Nicole E here. This is just another edition of The Boyfriend from Hell. So, in my last video I was like, I blocked him, I have him off Facebook and blah blah. And then that only lasted about 4 days. I know. But this is just something that I had to get through. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, this guy's got his shit in my yard. I need him to come pick up his shit, blah, blah, blah. And then I went over there, and I knocked on the door, and I asked him if I could come in. And I came in, and we talked, and he's all like, yeah, this ain't gonna work unless you are a better person, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, I'm not the only one that needs to change here, you know. It's always him saying that I gotta be a better person. But it's always him who's sitting there looking at the big red button, you know, the big one, like, for example, if I said, I don't like it when you do this, could you please not do that? The next thing you know, he's going like this. One of those things is, you know, I don't care if you talk to other females, but I don't want to talk about them. I don't know any other woman that actually does want to talk about other women. So I've said, you know, I don't care. I just don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a shit about these other women. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me about them. So yesterday I had talked to him a little bit in the morning, just in text, and he starts talking about, well, I think that I'm not going to leave Facebook because of the politics and the political problems. And I'm going to stay on Facebook, but I need to exclude some people from viewing my posts because they don't like them. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, this woman, she doesn't like to hear blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, but I don't want to hear about this woman. And he says, well, that's too bad because you're my woman. How we got back to that, I don't know. And you're going to listen to everything I say all of the time. And if you don't want to hear about it, I'm not going to worry about that. I said, you know what? If you are worried about a stranger and how she feels about a political post on your page, but you don't give a damn that I don't want to hear about another woman, then you have issues. You have issues because you should care about the person that you're with more than anything else. And I was like, whatever, block. I don't need this. I really don't need this. And I think that if a woman asks you to not talk about other women, then you should at least be polite. I mean, I can take it a little bit, but that's all this whole relationship has been about, is him talking about other females, him going out with other females, him flirting with other females right in front of me, and he seems to think that there's nothing wrong with this behavior. And I do. And I don't like it, and I'm tired. It's been over a year and a half that I've known this guy, and it's been nothing but drama. Nothing but disrespect and drama. He says, well, you're just mad because I am talking about someone else and we're not even having anything to do with each other. I said, look, if this girl's on your friends list and she's responding to your post, then yes, you are having something to do with her, and I don't want to hear about it. And I was like, if you're making friends with female strangers, which is what he does, then you're not being very good to me either, because you're intentionally trying to upset me. You're just doing this to irritate me, and I don't want to hear about that either. I don't care about you making friends with females. I don't care about you talking to females. I just don't want to hear about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. So at any rate, it's back to block. I don't care anymore. I'm at that point right now where it's like this. Okay. I'm at that point right now where it's like, okay, you're nothing but a lying sack of dog shit. And my father always told me that you cannot put sugar on shit and make it taste good. You just can't. At any rate, that's my new video for the day. I'm sure that you guys will be disgusted that I started talking to him again. I wouldn't be too disgusted since I haven't spent a whole lot of time. But it's almost like I feel... Have you ever heard of Mrs. B? Mrs. B is the one that gives everybody a second chance. Mrs. B is the one that always thinks that she has to forgive someone. Mrs. B is the one who thinks that it's her duty to comply and give forgiveness to people even when they don't deserve it. And basically, Mrs. A is like this, get out. Okay, so I'm trying to be Mrs. A, but I'm not. I'm Mrs. B. And I really believe that this person may have a personality disorder. But, like, my previous husband was a narcissist, in my opinion. And I don't know if this guy is or not, but I definitely think he has something wrong. And I'm not saying I don't. I probably have something wrong with me, too. I know I have depression. I've been diagnosed with depression. I probably have some codependency issues and some PTSD going on and other things like that. But I don't think I have a personality disorder other than codependency. So, and also that I'm Mrs. B. I mean, I'm recognizing the fact that I'm Mrs. B and I have a codependency towards men. And the reason is because I get a feeling when I'm being held. It's cortisone. Cortisone is created when you touch another human being, and it's actually more powerful of a drug than you can even imagine, and like when I put my naked body or breasts or skin on another human being, I have some kind of a happiness. I don't even have to have sex with them. And it's some kind of a soothing happiness. And that is from a drug that is made in your brain called dopamine and also cortisone, which is something that contributes to dopamine by the touch, you touching another human being. And dopamine is actually inside your brain, and it is very powerful drug. You can actually buy it or get prescriptions for it, I think. But it's a very powerful drug, and it makes you happy. It cures your depression. And since I have depression, I'm so depressed. That is something that makes me happy, and it's really hard for me. So I know that I have an addiction. I just need to figure out how to channel that, and not through someone who clearly despises me just for being a human being with needs and wants and hopes. And clearly I'm dumb for loving someone. And how can I love someone such a jackass? I don't know. Such a jackass. Anyhow, I better sign off now. I know this is a long video. We'll see next week what's going on. Have a nice day. God bless you.